one truth, miracle we forget. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. When we think of miracles, we think of the Red Sea. We think of fire from heaven. We think of Samson's strength. We think of blind eyes opened and the dead raised. And those were miracles. God parted the sea. God shook prisons. God stopped lions' mouths. But sometimes we become so used to hearing those things that we forget something. The greatest miracle may not be water splitting. It may be a heart changing. The Bible says, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. That is not behavior modification. That is not self-improvement. That is not turning over a new leaf. That is transformation. Old things passed away. Think about that. The old anger, the old addiction, the old pride, the old hatred, the old life passed away. And behold, all things are become new. That is not natural. That is not human effort. That is Christ. We look at Moses and say that was a miracle. But what about the drunk who becomes sober because Christ changed him? What about the angry man who becomes gentle? What about the woman bound in sin who is set free? What about you? Where did he bring you from? What did he pull you out of? Who were you before he touched your life? We can become desensitized to it. We say, that's just salvation. Just salvation. Salvation is the greatest miracle of all. The Red Sea parted once. A changed heart happens every time someone truly comes to Christ. A sinner dead in trespasses and sins brought to life. That is not counseling. That is not culture. That is not willpower. That is God. Only God can take someone running from Him and turn them into someone who loves Him. Only God can break chains no one else sees. Only God can take a life headed one direction and completely redirect it. If you are saved, you are living proof of a miracle. Not because you are impressive, but because He is powerful. We ask God to show us miracles, but maybe we need to open our eyes. Look at your testimony. Look at your changed desires. Look at your hunger for truth. Look at the sin you no longer love the way you used to. That is Christ. That is supernatural. That is not normal. The greatest miracle is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet. A heart softened. A will surrendered. A life transformed. One verse. One truth. If any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. That is a miracle. And if He did it for you, He can do it for someone else.